Resurrection Day. So, this is the pawpaw. It's almost above the fence, guys. There are a couple of flowers I saw on it in here. Right there. And it looks pretty good. This fig, all the figs got kind of hit with that late frost. But they're starting to put out like lower down leaves, so that's good. And then we've got like this pawpaw. It has not really done much in the time I've had it, but I'm gonna let it stay. I need to get some of those geraniums. Never want to seed, and I'm trying to get rid of them. But everything kind of got burnt. You can see that, but it's definitely showing out still. So everything's kind of coming back, even though they got toasted. So these are all Petite Negra figs. Again, it looks bad, but this one I don't see any growth out, but you can see like there is lower down growth everywhere. So even like way down on these established Petite Negras, I'm pretty happy to see that. But this was a gift fig. It's not one I ordered. It was a gift with my order, so I'm not really sure what variety that is. I am seeing a lot of like webbing, which makes me wonder if there's mites or something. These were dead in the fall. I need to cut those off. But it looks like that one's got some coming back and that one's got some coming back. The hostas are looking good and the canna lilies are looking good. This one hosta hasn't come back yet, but everything else has started to pop up. At least a little bit, even if it's just a couple leaves. So I do think I'm gonna take this, like, get rid of all these extra daylilies. They're kind of creeping back. And I had seen like that's a beauty berry right there, so I'm gonna keep that, and probably gonna put one more hosta here, maybe like more of a white and green one instead of the yellow or lime green. We'll see. Biscuit root, tried a couple times to grow that. Hopefully that'll take. This right here is a Jerusalem sage, and there's another one right over there. And they're like there's a couple types of Jerusalem sage, but this is a tuberous one. So it should make edible tubers. And if they get big enough this year, I'll give it a shot. Maybe it'll be next year, but I'm kind of curious what they taste like. So this is a green-eyed daisy. It's a native, and it came back, and I'm hoping it'll kind of seed around here. But this is my Scott's black fig, and it looked like it was trying to. I just think it's dead, and I'm really bummed, like really bummed about that, because I did a scratch test and it just looks brown. So it took a couple years for me to find that, and I'm just really disappointed about it. So this is a Mexican sage. They usually won't last over the winter here, but they'll be really pretty this summer. So I'm excited about that. This contorted jujube I think is pretty much done right about there. I think all that extra growth is just not going to come out. It had started to, then that frost came. So the tune tree is putting up new little tunes, and I think those are peas that maybe fell from the green stalk and are trying to root there. I haven't seen the really pretty portulaca that I normally grow in here. So when and if I see that, I'll get some, because I really do like growing it in this container. Dragon's blood sedum's coming back. Really happy. This is another jujube looking good. Need to get all these. If the leaves don't look good, I'm picking them off. But almost all of the tomatoes, the dwarf tomatoes, have flowers now, and this one even has, look, like actual little fruits. So this is the only one that I haven't seen any flowers on, this variety. I forget what it's called, Groovy Tunes I think. But I put the mascot beans in. I got green stalk lids for these planters just because it lets a little more light into these pockets, and I think things will grow better. And like these shimafuris down here, absolutely gorgeous leaves, right? The variegation is stunning. but I did have to put some supports up because they are not necessarily as a micro dwarf per se. Somewhere between a micro dwarf and a dwarf, I would call them for now. I don't know. Maybe they'll get bigger, maybe not. We'll just have to find out. But they're really pretty. I'm just curious. Like, they have flowers, so I'm really curious to see, you know, what comes up. So this dahlia has bounced back after the frost. The clematis, this is the first clematis my husband ever gave me. I read somewhere that the ones that are more than 4 leaves are on older stems, and the four petaled flowers are on newer stems. I don't know if that's true, but I read that. I have planted out most of my seedlings. I have up potted a lot of these Korean perennial celeries, or pig celery, whatever you want to call it. And then all of these supposedly perennial grand cherries, I have put them in their own little pots to get a little bigger before I put them out in the perennial garden and see what really makes it through the winter. This is a Tai Nung 64 sweet potato. I will put that out too, probably here in a couple weeks. And I'm going to use that one to do some perennial wheat and rye to grow along the far edge of the front, where I already get grass all year anyway. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here in a sec. And then I will need to get another one with some bigger pots, some 3 or 4 inch pots, just to start up the watermelons and the melons that I want to grow this year. They seem to do, I'd rather start them in the ground, but the pest pressure is so heavy that they just struggle. So I'm going to try and start them in pots this year and see how it goes. This is my plum. It looks really good. No flowers. It's still kind of the baby. This is a new red bud that I got called a Carolina Sweetheart, and it has variegated leaves that are like pink, white, and green. I had a beautiful dogwood here that my parents had given me, and it split and died, and I was just so disappointed. So we got a replacement. I hope it'll be beautiful. I will watch it grow with you guys. Over here, oh, the wind has hit my stuff, it looks like. Over here we've got that's called a Mineola. Mineola Sunseeker Echinacea. It's a really kind of a peachy, pretty color. Hopefully that will come up. And there's I got this ground cover. I forget what it's called. I think it starts with a G, but it's supposed to have little pink flowers, I think, and just be a good ground cover. And like stuff like this variegated sedum, I think they need a ground cover because it gets so hot and they dry out so fast. And I know echinacea grows better when its feet are cooler. That is a mealy sage, or Victoria Blue sage. I don't remember what color that lily is. I didn't remember it was there when I planted this iris, this red iris. So we'll see what that looks like, guys, when we see it bloom. Like, it's already starting to make a flower. So I did take most of the dead flowers off of this blackberry so that we'll start putting some effort into some new berries. But I also noticed it's got a bunch of really good new stalks coming up, and I'm really pleased with that. I may actually just cut those older stalks, these 2 really older ones, down, just so the plant can focus on putting up new leafy growth. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. This fig, I took all the dead stuff off the ends, and there's a lot of growth lower down. I have noticed some kind of like disease looking leaves. I don't know if it's disease or frost. I'm hoping it's just frost. We'll see. This is another Blackfoot daisy. I absolutely love these. They're like one of my favorite flowers now. I did get this sage at the Master Gardener's plant sale. And it looks a lot like the one I used to have here last year that didn't make it through the winter. This one is supposed to, so I might just mulch it a little heavier and hope for the best and hope that it, actually does come back. So I haven't been feeling well. I'm still not really feeling 100%. I got sick last Saturday, and it's been over a week. I've taken my medicine, but I just don't feel 100%. And I wasn't feeling well Friday. And so Hubs went 2 hours north to Broken Bow and got me the 2 roses I had ordered from her. This one is called Arctic Blue, I think. Yeah, it's not really blue. It's like a purpley mauvey rose. And I think it'll look really pretty with this orange rose kind of together. So that's why I put it here. And these are usually purple colors. So I think that's going to be pretty. Although we did get a bunch of frost damage on the blueberries, there are some berries and there are some dead berries, right? So probably should just go pop off all these dead berries and not have them sitting on here. But that's a soap lily. It's been here since one of the first things I planted, and it's probably one of the only things that still remains. I do have this transplant from my mom's mom that I brought here last year, and it's still doing good. I hope it does a little better this year than it did last year. It's always kind of hard on the mums just because it's so hot here. But you know, the other ones are doing well, so I feel like this one will too if I just give it some TLC. These are Babington leeks. This is another sage I got. I don't remember the name on it. It's not as hardy as the rest of the sages, but it might survive our winter if it doesn't get too cold. This is a lance leaf coreopsis, the wallflower, Texas sage, so kind of pinks, purples, and yellows right here. This is a really fuchsia pink rose campion. I had a couple of these, but they didn't self-seed as readily as everybody said, and I thought I'd lost it, but it's here, so I'm hoping it grows big and it is happy and it self-seeds. I would love to see more of it. This little guy keeps sitting up. This guy, I need to get rid of these. But I noticed the other day, look at that. This is a flowering quince, so it's like a decorative quince, and wow, there's thorns. Yeah, I've never seen it actually make fruit. I would assume that they're not viable fruit, but who knows. I'm just enjoying the flowering, so we'll see. It's a beautiful Resurrection Sunday. I actually had already filmed this, but I didn't like the way that first video turned out, so I'm trying again. This is my Nana's irises. That is my beauty berry, just that teeny little stick last year, and now it looks so much better. I need to get those suckers off of the peach tree. But I did put a bluebell. I don't remember what kind of bluebell. It's not a Spanish, but it's just a bluebell. There's different types of bluebell, right? So there's like Virginia bluebells, and then there's like this blue bell like flower that's native to Texas. I don't remember the official name for it, but that's also, I think, under those blueberries. It didn't flower this year. Maybe it won't flower this year because I just planted it last year. Maybe it takes a couple years. We'll see. I will say we have some berries coming in on the gumi, which is, pleasant surprise. This is a garden phlox that I bought from the Plant Master Gardener's plant sale. I have no idea what color it is. We're about to find out. So together. This is Hubs, when he was up in Broken Bow, also got me Kelly Ray. Sweet potatoes are my favorite sweet potato vine, and he got me 3. So one of them is planted here. This is a coastal primrose. The flowers only last a day. They're like this pale yellow. They're really pretty, and I love them. Somewhere in here is a rock rose that we planted last year, and it should come back, but it's probably just taking its time coming back, which is fine. Over here, there is a Texas star hydrangea. I think it's red, maybe it's pink, I don't remember. And that's a type of mountain mint right there, and that's a Russian sage right there. So I think these struggle probably because the strawberry ground cover is so thick right here, but I'm not going to get rid of the strawberry ground cover. It keeps all the weeds way down and helps keep everything else really cool, so they'll just have to fight it out and make it or not. This is blue-eyed grass. It looks beautiful. I don't see any flowers just now. They usually open a little later in the day. It's a cool morning. It started out at 46 this morning, which is way cooler than we were expecting, but it's still kind of a really nice day. These flowering almonds that my neighbor gave me, I keep expecting them to die, but they're not, right? They're still alive. This one actually put growth on. So I'm really excited because they don't get very big. They're really pretty. So here's hoping. That is a random garlic living in here with my sedum and my iris. It's weird. This is blue bonnets, and this is my kind of more of a pinky red. It's red, but it's like not less orange, more of a bluer red, I guess we would say. my favorite yarrow when it comes to the red. I don't love the bricky orangey red, I mean, I'm not gonna get rid of it. So I don't remember what this is. That is a native yellow flowered fall flowering daisy. These are, I don't know, that looks like a beautyberry. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it if that's right there, but we'll talk about it. These peach seedlings, I feel bad picking them up, but I mean, you gotta do it. I can't have a bunch of peaches growing up. So, anywho, hawkweed, that's edible. So here is the like blue bell, but they're not like bluebells. I wish I could explain that a little better. But that's what the ones I planted last year. So I think they're gonna bloom, or not bloom, but I think they're gonna survive this year. Look, I haven't seen this everywhere. Green briar. And if you don't get the roots, see, I missed it. There's like a tuberous root that'll come back. It's so annoying, guys. But we have plenty of beautiful blueberries, and I need to put a net over these actually because all the flowers are gone. And that's really the trick. Once the flowers are gone, but the berries are here, the berries haven't started turning colors, that's when you put your netting cover so that they can continue to ripen, but the birds don't get them. Okay, this is a cardinal flower. It'll put up this beautiful stalk of red flowers, and sorry, I just keep seeing weeds, guys. This is a penstemon. I think it's called a coastal penstemon or a Brazos penstemon. And let's see. Oh, this little wildflower. These will like take up this whole front area, but this is a wine cup that has spread from here, and it has spread out, which I'm thrilled. Look, it's even over there. Great. Love to see the wine cap spread. This thyme has been here for years, and I love it. It just makes me happy to have a thyme that I can always come out and get something from. Right here is a milkweed I got from the Master Gardener sale. They just gave it to you for free for just getting anything, really. So I don't know if it'll survive. I've never grown a native milkweed. It'd be nice if it did. This is Texas primrose. I planted one little patch of that. You can see it's taken over everything, and it'll die back after the spring. So I just kind of let it, and it will spread. It will continue to spread and take over everything. The bluebells are making seeds. Blue bonnets. I'll show you kind of close up of those here in a second. But this dahlia hasn't come out yet, but I keep seeing like these tree seedlings, saplings. I cannot get them out, guys. And these, anyway. I think this is also the red one, but I could be wrong. But here's what it looks like. Hold on. I'm just gonna pick one. Get it in the sun for you. So it's kind of a orangey or red, maybe even a salmon-y color. I don't know. It's not bad or anything. I like the one that's a little bluer or red. So this is my liatris came back. I thought I had ripped it all out. That's why I planted the phlox here. So they'll just kind of have to dig it out. But here's the thing. The liatris doesn't really travel much, you know what I mean? But the phlox will. So I feel like they'll be fine here. They'll live together this year, and then probably that phlox will move on out, and liatris will just kind of get reestablished here. That would be nice. Blackfoot daisy. This is a beautiful little sedum. It's not particularly like showy, but the flowers are pretty, and anything that puts flowers on in the fall is a win for me for the bees, right? So that's what the point of that is. This is another blue-eyed grass. You probably can't even really see much right now, but it's there, I promise. It's just got to put up some new growth, and probably competing isn't helping, but there's not much I can do about this primrose. It literally has like dust for seeds, and it just spreads through rhizomes and everything. It's just incredible. I had no idea when I bought it was that voracious, but anyway, here is supposed to be, I think, a baptisia normally lives here. I don't see it coming up yet, but the other two have come up, so I'll show you those here in a sec. But isn't this beautiful? So this is genuinely my cut leaf daisy, right? Cut leaf. And a native verbena, and the bluebonnets. And you can kind of see like the really ferny foliage. That's the nigellum coming up through the bluebonnets, and the bluebonnets are all putting seeds on. You kind of see those little seed heads forming, right, like at the base of everything. So those will see fall, and I will collect some for my neighbor, my good friend. And I think this is agora. I really do. I didn't plant agora here, but I think that's what it is. There's a pink gora. I think that's a white gora. Coca Loca rose. Look at this beautiful pink California poppy. That just self-seeded. I tried to plant California poppies here a couple years ago. I'm guessing that's where that's from, guys. There's some blue cornflowers I've seen over here. I'll show you those in a sec, but yellow Lansley coreopsis, yellow bee balm monarda. This is the fleabane with like the wider, thicker base leaves. Also, so that is really is a baptisia, right, coming up. And then right here, that is a red flame acanthus. I don't know if it'll like it there because it gets a little wet, and I think acanthus doesn't like to have wet feet. But it's going to have red flowers to go with those blue flowers of the baptisia and the pink flowers of these echinaceas, and the coreopsis has yellow flowers. And also I put right here, that is a millie sage. So I think that would be a really pretty combination if it lives, right? There's a dahlia that lives in this ring. That's why I leave the ring there. This is Blackfoot daisies and blue bonnets. And let's go see. Yeah, here's the cornflower. Right, so these will all die down. All of these blue bonnets will die down, and we'll have a lot of good other flowers coming up, hopefully. So over here, this is a Florida blueberry, but it's just, I don't know, it's struggling really hard. I don't know what else to do. It's in shade, it gets water. I don't know. So I tried to clean off some of the lower limbs that had started to come out on this Nanking cherry, just to try and keep it neat, so I don't have to do it maybe next year. That was not how that's gonna work. So I've noticed like they've started on the other one too. So I did also put really pretty purple phlox here that I have growing elsewhere in my yard, and it just never really seems to get a fair shake there. So I just put it here, hoping it will spread. We'll see. Here comes a train. I did get some plastic pots to replace these broken ones with, just so that hopefully the plants in these ponds can have a better shot. No idea what color this yarrow is. It's spread everywhere, so I'm really excited to see what color that's going to be. And we've got another yarrow over here, just beautiful pink yarrow. This other baptisia has come up, right? So that's going to be showing up some blue flowers just any day now. You can see it's just getting bigger and bigger every day. I'm really excited about that. Let's see over here. Fox. Oh, ladybug. Let's see if I can get it. Hey. Nice. So, let's see. This is another of those Florida blueberries, just kind of little leafed, beautiful plant. This is one of the other Kelly Ray. I can't wait for it to take off over here. There is some, let's see. Echinaceas over here are usually like kind of pinky orangey, maybe a little reddy. This is a yellow Lansley coreopsis, white spider lilies. I tried to get most of the damage off of this tiger fig. We'll see if I did a good job, but it's definitely putting out some more growth. I'm happy about that. Pink Turk's cap, red ones over there. This is a, I think Hurst red or something like that, penstemon. But this is one of those roses that helps one to get. So I think that pop of like kind of bright red orange is going to be pretty over here. This kind of shadier area. It gets sun, but it's also just, I don't know, it gets more shade. So Gummy berry is looking great. So far so good on that Encore raspberry. My mother's mom is coming up. I'm probably going to try and take a cutting from one of these just to try and root it and get it elsewhere in the garden. I just really like that pink mom. It's beautiful. Pawpaw leafing out looking good. This is goldenrod, and I keep trying to get it up, guys, but it's hard. So this mountain mint is going to go take off wild. This is that darker purple. It's not like that light, that's light pink, darker purple. So I'm pretty excited about that fall because I really want it to do well elsewhere in the garden because it's pretty. This is a fuchsia rose. I didn't spray it though, so it's probably going to struggle this year. That aster's going to be purple. Again, there's so many of these yarrows that I planted. I have no idea what color they are, so it'll be exciting to find that out together with you guys. This is it's not a sand pear, suckle pear, and it was looking rough, so I cut some of the dead stuff off, and it's actually put a ton of growth up from there, so I'm actually glad I did that. It's looking good. That's my third and last Kelly Ray sweet potato vine. This is a kind of a peachy mum, and that's that pink flowered camellia we talked about last time. I did put a black and blue sage. I just think it's really pretty, and I figured it'd be pretty to have something kind of blue over here with the yellow, assuming it all works out. This is the red Turk's cap right here, and there's a lot of weeding I need to do over here, but I just haven't. I did actually plant a variegated honeysuckle at the base of this peach tree, and before you come at me, I know that they can damage trees, but this is a 10-year plus old peach tree. It's not going to last forever, and I was trying to get something else going on it that's going to be beautiful before it kind of loses its vigor. So that's where we're at. I got a hosta here, a hosta here. I put this iris over here. I cannot remember what color it is, so we're just going to get surprised together when it comes up. I do see, right, berries on this one. No berries on this one, which is fine. But this rose, guys, I knew it was voracious. I knew it was, but oh my word, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little offshoots, 7, 8. So we're gonna have to dig those up. That's too much, too wild. Stay over here, ma'am. And we've got some more yarrow. I just really can't wait to see what color that is. I also came over here and tested earlier this morning when I was trying to make this video the first time, and we actually do have some sugar cane, and here's how I know. Because you can just feel it, like there's a resistance on the blades of a sugar cane, and this is like garlic because there's no resistance, right? So happy those are coming back. Need to get in here and probably clean out some of this garlic so I can tell the difference. There are tons of strawberries coming in, not necessarily all ready, but definitely coming in, and the ones that are ready, they're already eaten or something. So yeah, like that one's been munched on. But turmeric's not up yet, kind of waiting for that to come, but definitely hoping today to get over here and do some weeding. This is the last place I need to weed, and it's just kind of overwhelmed me, and I've been putting it off, and I need to get over here and get it done. I put one teeny tiny, this is one of those perennial celeries, Korean perennial celeries. We'll see. I don't know if it'll really grow there, but I figured I'd give it a shot. I put my last mealy sage here because I love this kind of pinky purple hydrangea. The Shasta daisies love it here, but they don't bloom here. So hopefully if this blooms and that blooms, we'll have purple and white and pink over here, and it'll be really pretty. I do have some of my pink flowered strawberries. Putting out strawberries. We've eaten a couple strawberries off of here. I saw that Greenstock has these little strawberry cups you can like hang on the side. I may do that just because it's easier to make little runners there. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But I just would like to get these last few cups filled in. We'll just see how that goes. This is my persimmon tree, and I took off, you can probably see the remnants, right? I took off about 3 dozen blooms off of here because they were fruit actually already. But this thing has struggled so bad, and I just want it to grow bigger, right? I don't need fruit. I want it to be established and healthy and big. So that's the plan, right? I took it all off, and I'll keep, if it puts any more out, I will take those off too, because I really just want this to have a better life, right? I want it to get bigger. So really pleased with the way this bird bath is working out. There is a perennial ashy sunflower I can already see here growing up. I need to actually probably do some work to get that in within this little ring down here. So yeah, definitely some things to take care of today, but just some new plants from the Master Gardener sale. a lot of new flowers, and a beautiful Resurrection Sunday. And I hope that all of you guys are also having a beautiful, beautiful Resurrection Sunday. May the Lord bless you. Bye.